chapter 17. What's it called? The Storm. Yeah, I mean, I guess we should have been able to guess that, judging by the storm in the background. 11 days... 11... What? 11 years later! 1154. 11 years later.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty.
Oh, look, they built a wall and everything.
England was brought to its knees.
Wow.
Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages. Bishop Waleran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring. Many had died. The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret.
What? Oh, come on. Dude, this shit already broke down twice.
And everything changed.
Unless you mean the crack that's always been there. Its last secret.
Tom!
What?
I told you wouldn't like the sight of this.
What?
It looks bad, but it's not the wall I'm worried about. It's good you sent the workers home during the storm. Now do us all a favour and do the same. Go home. Your children hardly get to see you.
Children?
Tommy and Sally have been asking about you all morning.
That's right. Eliana and Jack's family. Eliana and Jack and Eliana's family. 1154. After their promise to Valoran to keep Kingsbridge protected, Richard and Jack have spent much time fortifying the town. Since then, William Hamley has not dared to attack the town again. Eliana, who has continued her wool business, trades mostly outside of Shiring. Most of the fleece she's trading is produced in Kingsbridge, where Jack erected 2 felting mills. Eliana and Jack have 2 children now. Tommy is already 12 years old, his little sister Sally is 9. Martha looks after both of them while Jack and Eliana are working. Some believe that Martha and Richard are in love, but if that is true, they're keeping their secret well guarded. Alright! That's Sally. From the intro, that's when she was mentioned. Cool. Can I save?
You'll kill yourself up here!
That crack down there must have been due to the storm. If the storm works, I work.
My cathedral was never designed to be this high.
I know! I reinforced the walls. It cannot be the height.
What else was damaged? I'd look myself, but I dare not come closer. If your mother knew I was up here at all, she'd kill me.
Both of us.
What?
She would kill both of us!
The east wall is about to collapse. Why? What could be the cause? The last secret. There has always been a crack in that wall. There has always been a crack in that wall. And now we're about to find out why. Its last secret. Tools. Hammer and chisel. Whoa.
Careful over there!
If we don't find out what's causing this, then the whole east wall will come down. The storm is making it worse.
If you're right. What about Aliena?
She should be on her way back from Winchester now.
Oh, I hope she's all right in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Wall. No telling how long it will hold. Doesn't look that bad from up here.
No. I don't want to break more stones loose.
Your voice changed. Huge cracks all the way down. Wooden beams, they look alright. North and south walls provide enough stability. Thank God. I'm hoping this shit isn't too pixelated because of the storm. It even is for me playing this. It's probably gonna look horrible for you. Find out why the wall is unstable.
The roof looks alright.
The roof looks alright, Tom. He never mentions Alfred, but I can tell he's thinking about him. Wonder if we'll ever get to see Alfred's cathedral from inside.
Are you alright?
Climbing up here isn't as easy as it used to be.
Yeah. Do you want to take a break?
I'm fine. Better watch out for yourself. Wouldn't want to see the wind pushing you over the edge there.
I'm fat enough to be safe, don't worry.
Huh. That's... well, that's good.
He says he's alright. I better focus on our problem.
Alright, well, the wall.
Now's not the time to fix this. First, I need to find out what caused all of this.
Well, what are my choices? Oh, vaulting. A small crack. Vaulting unstable? Is this damaging the wall?
The vaulting is cracked. This could be a problem.
What can I do about that? Oh. Can we hammer and
If I
chisel
make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is.
You're probably right.
Okay, I guess time to make it worse, huh? Sometimes you have to take a step back to go forward and all that.
All right. One more time.
Okay. One more time. Dude, I'm cutting these things close, aren't I? Jack?
And?
Careful.
What happened?
If the vaulting were unstable, this part should have collapsed and the wall would retract.
So, the cause of our problem is not up here.
No.
When we erected the eastern wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. No matter what we did, it always came back. Remember?
Yes. Yeah, I remember. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it.
Still, could the cause not have been the same in both cases?
So it's the foundation, something underground?
Maybe.
Yeah, crypt.
The ground is the same.
But it's never been that dry.
We had no problem with the rest of the walls.
Well, that's true. But there must be something else.
Exactly, I just wanted to examine that first. I think it's the crypt.
The crypt!
Huh. How kept the whole foundation there as it was?
But it never had to carry this much weight before.
You're right. If the cause of our problem is down there, we'll find it.
All right.
You go ahead.
Don't you need help?
Nah, I'll manage. Just don't tell your mother.
Are you sure?
Go on. I know you can't wait to get down there.
Yeah, but I mean...
Neither can you.
Exactly.
I'll just take a quick look and wait for you.
Alright. Okay, let's,
They were enraged.
Jonathan!
Bishop Henry thinks that the Pope should hear about what you wrote.
I think so, too. I would be honored if he read my book.
Philip, I really am worried about you.
There is no need for you to worry, Jonathan. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons and what you wrote, even though most of them can't read. Your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing, if our message gives people hope?
In desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
That is very true.
Well, I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that power from them.
Huh? Do you?
Philip's second book, The Divine Soul. Yeah, you kind of have a thing for writing controversial books, don't you? I just want to say, the tree in the background is grown, Jonathan real grown up, and Philip old man now. Just quickly wanted to make those observations. Pretty cool. And I get to save, actually. Oh, I saved like 5 seconds early. Oh, well. Hold on. I do want to check out the book, though. Wherever that is. Here we go. The Divine Soul, book written by Philip in 1148. In his text, Philip suggests that we all carry a godly spark within us because God created man, and while sometimes it may seem as if God has abandoned us, God is indeed always closer to us than anything else, because our soul is of a divine nature. This means that man does not have to wait for salvation from the outside, but that we all can change the world around us ourselves. We can plant a seed and God in turn will make it grow. Yeah, that's what you learned from Jonathan. Philip's message of hope is heard in all of England and even other parts of Europe, but the church is highly critical of the text. In his first book, Philip had only criticized fake miracles. Now he seems to claim that as all men are equally divine, members of the clergy are not closer to God's glory than any other man. And I mean, why should they be? Just because they're priests or whatever? Tree. Jonathan's tree, still braving the storm. Steadfast. Oh yeah, it is. Philip, the people love his sermons. His book was written from the heart. He found his truth. That's good. Jonathan will be sub-prior soon. Still does not know who his father is. Really?
Jack!
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there. Jonathan, did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Aliena?
She stayed a day longer for the fleece fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.
Yeah.
I am sure she'll be alright.
I need to go. I think I know why the east wall is unstable.
Yes? Why is that?
I'm not sure, but I think the answer lies down in the crypt. I should hurry before it's too late.
Alright.
I think I know what caused...
Wonderful. You know, I
Oh,
just
shit.
realized that the crack in the wall reminds me of the one that the old cathedral had.
The one that burned down?
Yes. I only noticed it when I visited after Prior James died.
It wasn't there before then?
No. I remember that I thought the crack looked like a finger, pointing at the sinners of Kingsbridge.
A grim thought.
I was not happy with the state of Kingsbridge back then. I admit that.
It wasn't there before Prior James died. Chapter house. Well, let's explore a little
That's
bit.
not the way to the crypt.
Never mind. Can we talk to
I
them
better
again?
have a look.
Okay. Let's go look at the crypt then. Jesus. Don't let me do anything. This is one fucking drought. Right above the crypt. Claws must be down there. But what could cause this?
Philip is right. It does look like a finger. Pointing right at the crypt.
Well, if that isn't something, Jesus. Let's go down there then.
I better wait for Tom.
Oh,
I know he doesn't want to miss anything.
okay. Well, we could have just helped him down in that case. Look at it.
Now it's down here, too. The first cracks are showing.
That means we were right. The cause of the instability must be down here.
The ground.
Could be.
The drought could have made it worse.
We'll find out.
Fuck. Oh, do you remember the rat that went back there? Way back when? And I think I don't know if I said it, but I remember thinking it, that there might be some sort of crevice behind there, or at least maybe one of the characters said it. There you are. What are you doing all the way down here? Tell me. Friar James was never found, was he?
That definitely wasn't here before.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Glad he's here with me. Without Alfred, we get along fine. Still, it is sad he lost another son.
Do you want to work on this one?
Go ahead. I need some time to catch my breath.
Alright.
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, relic. The statue Rashid gave me would draw as many people here as Adolphus did. If it weren't for the drought and the storm, yeah.
Rashid was right. People love to believe in miracles. The reason most people come to Kingsbridge now is for Philip's sermons. He tells them what they need to hear. He gives them hope.
Okay. Let's see what's behind
If
this.
there's dry sand behind there, we know it's the ground.
Just be careful when you work on that wall. If it's the ground and the foundation, the whole wall could cave in.
Well, I better not fuck this up then, eh? Fuck.
Can you see well enough?
Yeah.
And? Okay. Well, that looks
Here we go.
That looks like dry
But-
sand, alright?
But what?
I think I can feel a draft.
What?
One more time.
One more time. Fuck.
Ugh.
It's right in the middle, that's the hardest place. There we
Jack, watch out!
go. Jack? What's that?
It's all right.
What is it?
You're not climbing in there, are you?
Dear God.
These stones, they've been removed before.
The mortar is missing on most of them.
Whoever put them back just added some mortar on top of the stones to hide the fact that they were removed.
Huh.
The tile at the bottom was completely loose.
What does that mean?
I think it was an entrance.
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll find out.
Yep.
Careful now. You've got the whole east wall on top of you. Jack?
Jack?
I'm all right. I just hit my head. It's dark in here.
Come on, man.
There's a whole room here. A chamber. What's that?
God
I'll
damn
get a
it.
torch.
Philip, I'll get it. You stay here.
Rush coffin. Is that some kind of bed? There was someone living here who died in the fire, remember? Sand everywhere. Parts of the room must have collapsed. Made part of the wall unstable. A wooden drinking cup? At least that's what I think it is. What's that? It looks like a brush. It's long, almost like a coffin. Anything else? Nope. Can we, hammer and chisel anything?
No, I don't.
Oh, wooden cup. We can grab it.
That's not wood. It's metal. Gold, even.
It's a chalice.
Maybe Philip knows what this is.
Fuck.
It's made of leather. It's a whip. What is that doing here? Is that a coffin? Oh, there's sand everywhere. Uh-huh. It's a bed.
What?
Dude,
There's a bed in here.
What?
I'm not
Jonathan, we need that torch.
I have the torch.
All right, come in here.
Hold on.
Should be safe.
Hold on. It won't let me
Yes.
pause. I think I figured out who that ginger monk was.
Did you know about this place?
The one who
No.
died when the
No,
thing
I
burned
did
down.
not.
And fuck, that is disturbing.
I've seen this chalice
No, but it
before,
can't be.
when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral.
The chalice they say my father stole. It can't be. That's weird. That's what I'm thinking. The monk, the red-headed monk who died in the fire when we accidentally burned down the cathedral, that couldn't have been Jack's father. Because he was hanged. People saw him die. Unless he survived that and then somehow ended up in No. What the fuck?
Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down. I know. Mother told me. They also said it was my father who did it.
Did they?
Unless he wasn't hanged. But
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid the chalice is responsible for his death. They hanged him in Shiring for stealing this chalice.
yeah.
But it was here all along.
That scourge. The whip. It belonged to Prior James. I was afraid of it when I first visited Kingsbridge with Francis and Abbot Peter. Even the look of it scared me.
James. Maybe it was him.
He was
I
one of the
think I
people
saw him.
responsible.
During the night of the fire in the cathedral, when the old cathedral burned down, there was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody, as if he had chastised
But
himself.
wasn't he red-headed?
It is you,
Oh, he
my
wasn't.
God and the devil!
Never mind then.
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like my father.
So he confessed for framing your father while he hid the cup here?
But it couldn't have been James you saw. James died weeks before the fire.
Did he? You said they never found his body.
Exactly.
Maybe
And that was my
he
first
hid
theory
down
that he
here.
was James, but I
Maybe
dismissed
that's
that.
why the bed's here.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jack. You were in the burning cathedral. What were you doing there?
And then I told Philip what I'd done. He just looked at me. Didn't say anything.
Prior James's Scourge. Prior James's Scourge, found by Philip, 1154. As a child, Philip was afraid of Prior James's Scourge. He first saw it when he and Abbot Peter, the man who raised him and Francis after their parents were killed, visited Kingsbridge. Years later, James decided that Philip, now a young man, should get the chance to lead his own priory cell, St. John in the Forest. Every time Philip visited the mother house in Kingsbridge, he always remembered the day he first saw the scourge. Abbot Peter did not like the idea that pain could lead to salvation, but Prior James believed that chastising oneself was the only way to cleanse the soul from the sinful implications of the flesh. After Jack told Philip that he believed Prior James was alive the day the cathedral burnt down, Philip remembered that only weeks before the choir did not dare to sing because they thought they had heard someone chastising himself in the crypt. Maybe they really did hear James. Maybe James did hide in the secret room in the crypt. But why? It was one of my first theories that that man was Prior James. And it would make sense, right? But I dismissed it for some reason or another, way back then. And right now, I was thinking maybe that's Jack's father, even though I didn't understand how that would make sense. Because I misremembered. I thought the man was redheaded when we saw him, but he wasn't. So that entire theory just goes out the window, obviously. Wouldn't make sense anyway. Interesting. Meanwhile in Earl's Castle. Huh. Wow.
Waileran, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to resign yourself to gluttony at times like these, while your people starve on the streets of Shiring?
Don't play the saint. You promise them miracles, and you make them pay. But your miracles never work out, do they?
God works in ways that we cannot comprehend.
My mother cannot walk. You failed. Again. What do you want?
I came about a book.
The Bible again.
No. Philip of Gwynedd wrote it. And the church is displeased. Bishop Henry was enraged. This is our chance, William.
Your chance, you mean? If you need forces, talk to Walter or Ugly. I don't care. I built your fucking cathedral. I'm done.
It's not just about Philip. It's about Aliena and her family.
Don't mention that name.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and Maud's son just signed a peace treaty.
I don't care.
You should care.
I said I don't. Now leave, and don't come back unless I ask for you. Where's my wife?
They've not returned yet, Lord William.
Then get me a whore! Now!
Charming. The end of the war and the Treaty of Wallingford. 1154. After 15 years of civil war, the battle between Stephen and Maud, England was more divided than ever. After a final confrontation at Wallingford, Empress Maud's son Henry II and Stephen arranged a truce. The treaty was later signed in Winchester and Westminster. According to the treaty, Stephen will remain king until his death and then be succeeded by Henry II. The treaty further states that all decisions regarding land which were made during Stephen's reign are immediately reverted and restored to the time of King Henry I. This means that the earldom of Shiring again belongs to the heirs of Bartholomew and not to the Hamleys. But who would dare to go against William Hamley? At the same time, far away. Eliena's still trying to make her way back. Oh. Okay. Find shelter. We're in Monksfield. Okay, but Jesus Christ. That's gonna have to be it. I've been recording for so long. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Wow. A lot of shit keeps happening constantly, it feels like. Especially in this book. So, yeah. Goddamn. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Next time, as Eliana, will find some shelter. Or try to, anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all next time. Auf Wiedersehen.